Hi guys! I want to take this moment to officially announce my Patreon page and also to formally invite you to come join me over there. And I'll put the link to that Patreon page down below in the description box. If you're unfamiliar with Patreon, it's essentially a place where video creators can post exclusive content for their patrons. And the patrons in turn agree to pledge a certain amount per month or per video. And those pledges, that support that the creator receives, essentially helps that creator continue to put out quality content. And so that I don't have to explain all that I plan for this Patreon page, I'm going to skip forward and show you the trailer that I just finished recording for my Patreon page. Hi there and welcome! My name is Karyn O'Connor. I'm a professional singing teacher and the writer of Singwise.com. And I want to take this moment now to thank you so very much for visiting my Patreon page. This is a place where I really hope that we can get to know each other, a place where we can build a really close-knit community of like-minded individuals, of singing enthusiasts, and yes, even nerds and geeks like myself. And on this page, I'm going to be sharing exclusive content with my patrons. I'm going to be talking about some intermediate and advanced concepts and techniques, and show you how I introduce those concepts and techniques to my students, show you how I work with my students, and also maybe talk about some current voice research and analyze an article, some research papers, and show you and help you gain a better understanding of what that means, what that entails, and how it can be applied to our singing. I'll answer your questions in a less formal manner. And maybe I'll show you some clips of me working on some new songs. So I really hope that you will consider becoming a patron of this Singwise Patreon page. And I'm really looking forward to getting to know you a lot better. I actually set up my Patreon page back in April, so going on about 6 months ago now, and that page has been sitting there empty this whole time. And initially that's because I wasn't 100% sure of where I wanted to go with this. I wasn't 100% sure of what kind of content I wanted to provide for my patrons. And I was also trying to, for a while, to build up some content and in particular record videos of lessons with my students so that I can show you how I go about teaching and demonstrating certain technical concepts and also showing their progress, showing how they go from just first being introduced to a particular concept to being able to achieve a degree of mastery with that technical skill. And the second reason for my hesitancy in terms of officially launching this Patreon page was really the time factor. I really had a lot of concerns about whether or not I was taking on too much, whether or not I was putting too much on my plate, which is already full enough as it is. This channel here, this YouTube channel, is more time consuming probably than most of you can imagine. The editing process alone is extremely time consuming for me. And so I was very concerned that I was going to be taking on too much and losing the balance in my own life. And that's very easy to do. So what I've decided with these videos is that I'm going to go a little bit more raw and uncut in a lot of cases. These videos are going to be less polished, we'll say, than my YouTube videos. Not that the quality of the content is going to be poor, but I'm going to fuss a little bit less about stumbling over words and sometimes, having to repeat myself because I didn't express it very clearly the first time. And, maybe just kind of letting my hair down a little bit. Now, the quality of the content is not going down. If anything, this is going to give me a chance to even do more and to show you more and to teach you more concepts. The only thing that's going to decrease is the amount of work, hopefully, that I have to put into each video in the editing process in particular. It's the quality of the presentation may not be as polished, but there will be a lot of really good, useful instructional content there. I'm going to be editing less, so I'm going to be spending less time really trying to perfectly polish my presentation. But that just means that I have then more time to really spend with you guys, getting to know you guys a little bit better, and really teaching you a lot of these intermediate and advanced concepts. So I really hope that this little explanation of what I'm doing, my plans with the Patreon page, inspires you to come join me over on Patreon, where we can get to know each other a lot better and where I can just answer all of your questions, and I can do it in sort of a less formal format, a less formal style. All right, thank you so much for taking this time to listen to my little pitch. All right, take care and happy singing.